Also watching our live coverage of the arrest of Deputy General Secretary of the NDC, Koku Anyidoho. Where are we at the moment? We're told that the police is taking him to his house for a search there. We'll bring you more information as and when we have it. But of course, today has been a press conference that was disrupted by the arrest of that man. What is the source of the problem, or what is the source of what we're dealing with at the moment? It is the Ghana-US military cooperation deal. We'll bring you some animation on what the problem really is, or what the issue is. But let's go quickly to the police headquarters, where Kwesi Parker-Wilson is standing by. It appears that something is happening there. Okay, we lost them. We'll go back to them as and when we have it. But like I said, there is something that led to what we're witnessing at the moment. What is it? It is the Ghana-US military deal that has been ratified by Parliament, but of course that has met a lot of agitation. Let's give you a bit of a detail. I mean, you've seen this video over and over again. This is just a quick reminder. The intercepted document urges Ghana's Parliament to, quote, respectfully consider and approve the agreement between the government of the United States of America and the government of Ghana. Here are brief highlights of what the United States gets from Ghana. Unrestricted access to a host of Ghanaian facilities. Wide-ranging tax exemptions to the United States military. U.S. military would use Ghana as a base for staging and deploying forces. Ghana will bear the cost and take primary responsibility for securing the U.S. facilities in Ghana. Ghana will provide unimpeded access to and the use of agreed facilities and areas to the United States forces and contractors. The agreement allows U.S. forces and their contractors to undertake construction activities and make alterations and improvements to agreed facilities and areas. The United States contractors shall not be liable to pay tax or similar charge access within Ghana in connection with this agreement. On imports and exports, the U.S. forces may also import into and export out of and use in Ghana any personal property, equipment, supplies, material, technology, training, or services in connection with the agreement. Such importation, exportation, and use shall be exempt from any inspection, license, other restrictions, customs duty taxes, or any other charges within Ghana. Aircraft vehicles and vessels operated by or at the time exclusively for the United States forces may enter and exit and move freely within the territory and territorial waters of Ghana. In terms of radio spectrum, the United States forces can also use Ghana's radio spectrum free of charge and have unimpeded access. Ghana has to accept as valid without a driving test or fee driving licenses or permits issued by the appropriate U.S. authorities to military personnel as well as civilians and contractors. In a nutshell, the document says it wants Ghana as a base for staging and deploying forces. What does Ghana get in return? Facilitation of training, maintaining unit of readiness, continued exercise, and other military opportunities, the document says. It continues, enhanced and fruitful security cooperation between Ghana and the U.S. Also, exchange of information and conduct of joint operations to combat terrorism. The Defense Minister, Dominic Nitiwu, says Ghana gets a $20 million package, even though that is not stated in the agreement cited by JoyNews. That was just a quick reminder of what we're dealing with. What we're witnessing now is the aftermath of this particular agreement. And I've told you over and over again what has happened after that. Kwesi Parker-Wilson is at the police headquarters. Let's cross over quickly to him. Hello, Parker. If you can hear me, bring us up to speed. What's happening now? Obviously, Parker is in between a lot of confusion and a lot of noise. Let's attempt to speak to him again. Parker, if you can hear me, tell us what's happening at the moment.
Okay, so those here largely. We
talk to them as a brothers. They will understand us and move from the road. When we are easing the traffic, don't come inside the road. But they leave when we talk to them, they understand us. And you also come, we are ready to sleep for here. We are ready to sleep for here.
Okay, so the police have, a while ago, the police persuaded the members of the NDC to leave the road. They had barricaded, or they were in the middle of the road, stopping cars from Osu to around Nima, or heading towards Nima. And so some sort of traffic here at the moment, but police have been able to persuade them. They have been able to talk to them, so they are no more in the streets, but rather they have, well, it appears they are going back onto the streets, and they want to form a human wall, preventing vehicles, and they are chanting, "We want peace, we want peace." And that has been the chorus. And so I see some of the policemen trying to, again, talk them out to leave the road, because as I mentioned earlier, they were there and the police appealed to them. I have seen one of the members of the NDC who just also came, who is here. I'm sure he contested as a member of parliament on the ticket of the NDC. Yes, right. So currently, what has been your assessment so far?
Well, it's been a peaceful demonstration so far, but the fact of the matter is that what we're here to do is to register our displeasure at what appears to be police brutality and, over in the way that the police picked up the deputy Anyidoho and the way that they're going about this. But so far, we've been showing people demonstrate and show our display.
Okay, thank you. Secretary Johnson Katia, General Mosquito, a while ago came to admonish, or more like to give some sort of support to the men, by telling them that they should remain stable, they should stay here, they shouldn't leave, and that they are demanding the release of their Deputy General Secretary. And if the police refuses to release Koku Anyidoho, they are not moving from here. Actually, they are going to spend the night here. And so the supporters were actually in a jubilant mood. In fact, they were charged by what the General Secretary told them. It was very brief. He just came to announce to them that they are inside, they are working around the clock to ensure that the police releases Koku Anyidoho, and so they should remain calm and be here. And so they are still here. As far as I know, I'm concerned, the information I've picked is that they are going to be here till they release Koku Anyidoho. And let me say that we've also gathered information that the police currently is in the premises of the Deputy General Secretary Koku Anyidoho. They are searching his house at the moment, and we don't know the outcome, or we are yet to ascertain the outcome per the information we are picking on the ground. So this is what is happening. The supporters are still here. The police are trying to maintain law and order. Again, if you look behind me, there is a tanker vehicle there. We have the information that they brought it to easily, quickly dispel the supporters from here. So generally, this is what is happening here at the CID headquarters.
Let me find out from you, if you know, are you able to speak to some of these people who you say are forming a human wall? Why are they doing that? Can we get their motive? It seems that we've lost Parker there, who is having a very hard time dealing with standing in between the police and the crowd of supporters there. But obviously, you've seen what's happening there. The police trying to calm the supporters not allowing themselves to be calm. They say that they're forming a wall, and I'm not quite sure what that wall is. Something we're trying to get into their head to find out, but unfortunately we couldn't do that at this point. We will do that. This is, of course, our live coverage of what's happening with Koku Anyidoho, Deputy General Secretary of the NDC. As we speak, we understand that the police is making efforts to search his house. As we spoke earlier to Mahama Yarga, Member of Parliament for Boko Central, who is also a lawyer, he says establishing any treasonable charge against Mr. Koku Anyidoho for what he has said might require a lot more evidence that he is in a position to do what you're accusing him of intent to do. Perhaps that's what they're trying to establish, but we'll bring you more on that. Let's go back to what we've covered so far and bring you some of the information. Earlier, I brought you refreshed your minds about the deal, what's in that deal, and exactly what it means for Ghana. We'll be telling you again, we'll bring you again our interview with Mr. Anyidoho moments before he was arrested, and of course how they walked all the way from the press center to the police headquarters. Parker is back on the line. Let's see if we can get into the heads of these supporters who are forming a human wall there. What they're doing with the traffic there. Parker, if you can hear me, are you able to speak to any of these supporters there to find out what the motive is for them? Why are they forming this, what you're calling the human wall? What really is it for?
Okay, so if you can hear what is happening at the background, they are chanting, "We want peace, we want peace." And they are in the middle of the street as I speak to you. Now, if you know where the CRD headquarters is, the Gifty, you would appreciate that if you're heading towards Osu runabout, it's just on the stretch. So those coming from Osu heading towards Seko, there is a huge traffic here because the members of the NDC are in the middle of the street saying that they're demanding the release of Koku Anyidoho, and that if they don't release them, they are not living here.
How bad is the traffic situation? Let me speak to
a member of the NDC who is also here. Let me find out from him more about the motives and why they are here this afternoon. So tell us, with all these things you are doing, what is really the motive behind all these things?
Well, we are here to demand the release of our brother Koku Anyidoho because we have heard worse statements coming from opposition then when NDC was in power. We did not treat them as that. I remember, was it Friday, the day when they passed the bill at Parliament, we were there and they brought in police. We were just sitting at the lobby, and then what they did is that as soon as you come out, they handcuff you and put you in a car. Whilst we've not done anything, they handcuffed myself, Solomon Kansa, Akamba, we're all manhandled over there. Whilst we've not done anything. We're in Ghana here, we've had Canada, they make serious statements. We didn't treat them this way. What did Koku Anyidoho do? He said there will be civil actions. I mean, if you understand English, I don't know why the CID boss should invite him. He said civil actions.
And do you think that your actions will compel the police to release Koku Anyidoho?
Yes, it will, because what we are doing is allowed anywhere, any part of the world. We can do this to demand our rights. But the police doesn't want to do the right thing.
Parker,
thank you very much.
Parker, let me come back to you. Parker, let me come back to you and ask you to find out from them whether they're willing to heed to what the General Secretary told them a while ago before he walked off. He told them that they're sleeping there, they're sleeping at the police headquarters and continue the demonstration tomorrow. And they will do that if Koku Anyidoho is not freed today. Are they willing to do that?
Yeah, sure. Let me just speak to Fred Admayon. He is the Deputy National Communications Director of the NDC. Now, Fred, I was here a while ago when the General Secretary Johnson came to tell your people that you should remain here, you should sleep here, and if the police doesn't release Koku Anyidoho, you should be here and demand for his release. I want to find out from you, are you ready to adhere to the calls of your General Secretary?
Well, unfortunately, I was not close to the General Secretary when he made those statements, but I think that all of us have the same thought process. I think same, that we should remain here. Our people should mass up all over the country. We should come out in our millions and flip on this speed up at the time that Koku Anyidoho is released to go back to his house. So I agree with the General Secretary 100% plus one.
No, but I mean, one will ask that these things, whether sleeping here, what will it change? Is it going to compel the police to release Koku?
When the time can you see what it will change? For now, you are not saying it. But it's a matter of time, and the whole world will see what it will change.
So you are prepared to spend the night here?
Our forefathers, our forebearers died for this country. They shed their blood for this country. Our generation is not a bit of that, but we are ready to die for the democracy and the constitution that we all fought for. And so when the time comes, the whole world will see who's remain here. If we do compel them to release him or not, time will tell.
Should we expect more of your people here?
Well, time will tell. You say it.
No, I mean, I'm asking whether we should expect more of the NDC supporters.
I can assure you that people are coming from all the way from Afar East, Northern region, and Ashanti region, but they are massing up in their millions. And very soon, you will see if they will release him or they will not release him.
I see. So finally, the big question is, the NDC is in support of everything that Koku did, and that is why you are willing to throw your weight behind them. We are not discussing the content of what Koku did. I told you earlier in the day that you can go and pick the transcript of what he said. As far as I'm concerned, I've listened to him. He spoke in a particular context. The context in which he spoke cannot be attributed to be a treasonable offense. So as far as we are now, we are not discussing what happened on radio station. The way and the manner it was picked up is what we are against. And so we don't care what anybody thinks or what device application anybody gives that issue. All we are saying is that we should allow Ghanaians to be free in their own country. Nobody can intimidate us. Nobody can suppress us. And I am assuring you that if by 6 p.m. they've not got the whole world will hear us. So what's going to happen by 6 p.m.?
I can't press. People come out in their numbers, the sky will determine what they will do.
Right, thank you very much, Fred Agbayo is the Deputy National Communications Director of the NDC. And Gimti, you heard him clearly saying that they are here, they are waiting for the police to release.
Right. Paka, I make a very interesting observation, by the way.
The world will know what is going to happen. I asked whether or not they're going to storm the CID, so we should wait. And also, we should expect more people who are coming from the the Ashanti region, Upper West, and I mean all the regions in the country to support Koku Anyidoho.
Paka, I make a very interesting observation about what Mr. Agbayo says and what he keeps repeating, that there should be people, you know, he's basically calling on people to crowd the premises of the police headquarters. And I'm quite interested to find out how that is going to stop the police from doing their job, whether that would actually not impede the police's work. But let's find out from the people who are there, some of the supporters who have come there, whether or not they're going to listen or heed to what the General Secretary said earlier, that they should sleep there. Are they willing to sleep there? And I'm talking about the supporters, not really the executive.
So as to whether they are willing to sleep there, let me engage supporters, those who are not the executives of the party, to find out whether they are going to sleep here, as the General Secretary mentioned. So your General Secretary, and I have with me one young guy here, a member of the NDC. Your General Secretary just said a while ago that you should sleep here and demand the release of Koku Anyidoho. Are you willing, as a member of the NDC, ready to sleep here?
I am ever willing, as a member of the NDC, to sleep here, because what is happening here is a travesty of justice. What is happening here is against the fundamental human rights of our Deputy General Secretary, Koku Anyidoho, because I don't see anything wrong with the statement he made. Civil revolt is a civil revolt. It's embedded in our Constitution. It is our right to demand for what is right. It is our right to demand for something that will help this country. And we regard the current thing that is gotten to Koku Anyidoho as a travesty of justice. They are trying to intimidate us, but we will sleep here.
No, but don't you think that what you're doing at the moment will rather truncate the process?
No, not at all. What we are doing here is our democratic right. It will not truncate the process. It is rather the police and Akufo-Addo who are trying to truncate the process. You saw the way they hurriedly passed that bogus agreement in Parliament. You saw that. And they are trying to intimidate us. They are trying to sit on our fundamental rights as citizens of Ghana. If you bring U.S. soldiers here and they try to commit any atrocities, you are even telling us that our laws do not have any power over them. What are you talking about? And the police, what they are doing right now, is it fair?
that their powers have been taken away from them and given to foreigners, that citizens don't have the right to even voice out or to even do anything that is good for them in their own country. Not at all. I think that it's Akufo-Addo and the CID boss who are trying to truncate the democratic process of this country.
All right, so you're sleeping here tonight.
Well, I'm sleeping here tonight.
Right, thank you very much. You heard the member of the NDC there, Gifty clearly. Let me speak to another person and find out whether or not he's also willing to sleep here to demand the release of the. Tell me, your general secretary is saying that you push to sleep here and demand the release of Koku. Are you guys willing to sleep here?
We are going to stay here. If you ended yes, we are going to stay here. When the man comes out, we finish our job.
So when they release him, you are leaving this.
Yeah. We are leaving this.
So if they don't release them, you are here.
Yeah.
Even if it's tomorrow morning, the day after tomorrow.
Whatever.
Make Koku come before us. Retire. If Koku not come, I go come out tonight. When it's 6 o'clock, then you make as well.
What is going to happen at 6 o'clock?
You are going to see our young men. You are going to prove you are young men. You are not women.
Well, well, so Gifty, you heard the chorus there that they are going to sleep here, and at 6 o'clock, the police will know that they are real men, according to the members of the NDC. So they are ever willing to spend the night here to ensure that the Deputy General Secretary is being released by the CID.
It will also be very interesting to find out from them why would they want to put their lives on the line, so to speak. This is a question that a lot of people have asked on social media. They're asking why people will even amass at the police headquarters when a politician has been arrested. They want to find out, what is it that the politician does for you? Why are you so attached to this politician? For which reason you want to put your life on the line, so to speak? Are you able to find that from them as well, Parker?
Me and why they are here. But actually, they are sitting in the median of the road. That is where they are patiently also waiting. Madam, good afternoon to you. Maybe sir, first of all, are you an NDC member?
Yes.
You are an NDC member?
I'm an NDC member.
Okay, it's the I am a woman kakra. I think now for say what the life toward the amount Deputy General Secretary. Why?
Me the last but two woman they say me do party no. Me do party ni ti. It's
enough for the sake of the party, the love you have for the party. It's in here, or yeah, for forecast and you know.
Oh no, because Ghana has said no. I yet to only to the Fiat Mudie. There was one that was I have training woman. There were police I have training woman. There were cities I have training woman. How some work for American soldiers? No Mumbraha, no Mumbratraining, how is he?
I see.
I don't want on Ghana, no, the Naku for that on Ghana, no, Amma, I on Ghana $20 million. That's what the Mumbraha, I'm begging gold, I'm begging oil. Diamond.
Okay, anyway, it's no number some says over that.
I mean the house,
Thank you very much. So, Gifty, essentially, she's been explaining to me that yes, she's willing to spend the night here, and it's all because of the love she has for the party, and that they believe that Koku Anyidoho never, if he's not wrong in the things he said, the allegations, what people have said that his comments are in bad taste. So he's just here to spend the night here, and just for the love of the party. Let me speak to engage some of the members again. Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Let me find out from you. Are you also willing to sleep here tonight?
Oh yeah, it happens. I'll sleep here today.
You sleep here tonight?
Yes, our member is in the cell, so I can't leave. I can't go home and leave him there.
But here is not a cell, so it's an CID office.
No, it's not a cell, but it's our member. If I go and sleep and we leave him here alone, it's not fine. So we have to stand here and demonstrate so that they will leave him, so that we all go home together.
So you think your demonstration or your protest will compel the police to release them?
Yeah, it's part of it, but it's unfair because people have said this this thing so much in Ghana here. People are, even if you look at NPP, they have said a lot of, if you look at NPP, they have said a lot of things here. But that Koku Anyidoho came and said this thing. He has been.
Let me ask you, why are you willing to sacrifice your night for Koku Anyidoho?
I'm an NDC member. I have to sacrifice my life to him because he loves me. He's my senior brother in court. So if I can sacrifice my life today, and I sleep here today, I will not leave here until Koku Anyidoho has been built before I will go home.
Thank you very much. Boss, are you also willing to spend the night here?
Well, I'm not going to spend the night here just because what I don't like in what is happening is that Koku is inside there, and for the reason of him inside there is because of the speech that was he said. Right. And the civilians of Ghana are supposed to boycott the military zone in Ghana, which is a big mistake that Ghanaians didn't do. You know, he came out to make the boycott of it because the word he said about the civil coup, about the past of whoever that happened. What is a coup? A coup is by killing the same citizens to take over a nation.
And we do understand that he's picked up for allegedly making such comment.
That comment.
Yes, so you are not ready to sleep here.
No. I'm not going to sleep here, and I'd rather go out there to make the public know what is going on here. Because I won't spend my time here. Whatever I say here doesn't involve anything. Because there are many people here to solve it. What I'll do is I'll go on my media, social media, to announce to other people that who have not heard, who are not here to see what is going on.
Are you an NDC member? Are you an NDC member?
For me, I'm a Ghanaian, okay?
Yeah, Ghanaian.
I'm a Ghanaian.
You're not an NDC member?
I'm an NDC, I'm an NPP. Reason is some part of my family are NDC.
So are you an NDC member?
For me, I don't have a party.
You don't have a party?
Yes. What
so why are you here?
I want peace.
You want peace?
I came to headquarters for a meeting. Yeah. I came to the headquarters for a meeting and I saw what is happening here. And
right. Thank you very much. Right, so Gifty, the members again have taken onto the street and they are chanting, "We want peace" again, blocking the vehicles from moving. If you are coming from Osu to Seko, they've blocked the way, and the police again. This has been going on for quite some time now. If I should say, it happened for like the sixth time where they've attempted to block or just prevent vehicles from passing, and then the police is also trying to persuade them, telling them that it is not the right thing for them to do. They should leave the street. So this is what is happening here at the CID headquarters. So give the credit, some of the members of the NDC are willing to spend their night here, all in protest. They want the police to release Koku Anyidoho.
Paka, I can understand all the hard time that you're having there. Thank you very much for those updates there, and thank you very much for speaking to them. Every now and then, like I said, we'll be crossing over to you to find out what's happening as we keep an eye on the premises to know when Koku Anyidoho will be, whether or not he will be released at all. But like I said, what we know now is that the police are making plans to search his home. Going forward, we'll bring you those details. Kwesi Parker Wilson is on the outside of the police headquarters. I've been announcing since we started the show that my special guest today is Reverend Dr. Lawrence Tete, who's the founding president of Worldwide Miracle Outreach. He's an economist and evangelist, and it will interest you to know, and I'm sure we don't hear a lot of this. He's also a research fellow and in economics and international relations at the London School of Economics, LSE, and Budapest University of Economics. Reverend, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I'll be engaging Reverend shortly after we have another look at Koku Anyidoho's arrest. Moments before he was arrested, he was talking to my colleague, Joseph Akable.
This is a press conference on tomorrow's activity. You want to talk about that? We'll talk about that. Don't come and waste my time with useless questions. Go listen to the clip again.
What exactly are they saying? What's the issue? What have they told you?
I don't know. They said I don't know what the charge is.
Is it an invitation or arrest?
Let me
No. You know that we are asking.
I wouldn't want the situation whereby
if it's an invitation, then you can go. Come.
Please no.
Exactly.
No. I'm coming. No.
It's an arrest.
For what? Arrest. For what?
Where's the arrest?
What has he committed?
Exactly.
If he has been arrested, then show us an arrest warrant. Because it's a law-abiding citizen. No. If Koku Anyidoho will never disappear. If it's an arrest,
he's not going anywhere.
No, he will go.
He will go. Where you go? We are coming.
But I said, if it's an arrest, they show that. Show us the warrant. Show us the warrant.
Show us warrant so that we go to the police station.
No, you go. You come.
We won't go with you.
We are not going with you. Come.
We are ready to do it.
We are not going with you.
No, we are not going with you.
So what is happening here at the press center is that you have some officers from the CID. So this is one of them, the gentleman just in the jeans and the blue top. They are trying to block the exit here because they have simply refused to move with them. We have a vehicle just arriving here. Has the inscription Operation Calm Life. The officers have just arrived. They are simply saying that he is under arrest and there is no way they are going to allow him to leave the premises of the press center. So this is the police vehicle here. You can see GP 4649. So come this way. You have over here the police officers, increased police presence here now at the International Press Center. The party is simply saying they want to see that arrest warrant. The arrest warrant is not available, but we have been told that they are not going to allow him live here. We heard Mr. Mona say that they intend to go over to the office of the CID to hand over. I'm getting a bit closer to the vehicle where he is in. Come closer. Let's get a word from the party quickly. Chairman Portofi is here. Excuse me, sir. Quickly, I just want to pick.
It's not right. It's not right that we are in a press conference and then the policeman arrived. They say they are arresting the general secretary of our party. How can they do that? It's not right. But they cannot scare anybody. That one they should know. That's why I say I'm taking him there. Let's go.
So you are going with him right now?
Yes, to the headquarters.
And then what next?
We'll go and listen to them. They say they want him. Yes, he works for us. So don't worry, we'll go.
Okay, so that was the chairman of the National Democratic Congress there, saying that clearly the party has no intention of letting him live here. But these are the officers who are stationed here with their arms. They are stationed here at the court premises, at the premises of the International Press Center. They are simply saying that he's under arrest. We've heard them explain to the effect that, he's under arrest and the party has asked for the warrant, but that warrant is not coming in. So this is the situation here at the press center. The party is simply condemning it. The officers can be seen here with their weapons. They are simply saying that they are not allowing him to move voluntarily from here.
Let's keep our peace.
Let's keep away from your end.
We will walk.
Let's go.
No, they cannot. We will go. They've not brought any arrest warrant. We will go on our own time. They cannot push us to go. No, we are going at our own willingness. No, they are not arresting us. No, they can't. Just this morning, as I was saying, Adum TV, the radio is there, the picture is there. Kennedy Japan was there, saying he doesn't trust the police. He put the police aside. He's going to take on handle Koku Anyidoho one-on-one. Whatever handle, nobody has even invited him. Just this morning, he said it. And you are here telling that David brought invisible forces. None of them is a man.
Yeah.
We are going with him. It belongs to every people. It belongs to all of us. I swear. Different of these 53 people who voted for them mistakenly. And with no apologies.
So is he under arrest? What is the situation? Is he under arrest? So is he under arrest?
We are not ready to talk to we are doing our work.
Yes, the work we want to know about what exactly you are doing now. With the CID officers that they are taking Mr. Koku Anyidoho to the CID headquarters. He's being accompanied by the party chairman, Kofi Portofis. His vehicle that Mr. Anyidoho is sitting in now. You can see Mr. Anyidoho standing currently here at the premises. Continues here, heading towards the CID headquarters. Mr. Koku Anyidoho has been accompanied by members of the National Democratic Congress. So this is the situation here on the streets leading to the CID headquarters. Okay. Amen.